Bah, bah, bah.
My
What the
childhood musings,
fudge?
huh?
Is
So
this not loading?
naive.
Why are you not loading, bro? Bro, load. Ah, finally. Okay. Yo, what's up? We kinda. Okay, so we did quite well, and we were quite
I will
along in the
walk to the
story.
end with all your wills.
Uh, why is our face a little bit to the side? I guess this is fine. Hmm. You can get this a little closer, maybe, without hopefully messing up our entire thing. That's great. Yay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, everything seems fine. Yeah, we did half of the story, I think. I believe it's half of the story. I'm not sure. If we do go here. So, fall at the dawn's rise, that's fine. The sun is set to. I guess it's not even half. I guess it is half because we did this part. This is the ongoing one, and this is the last one. I think 1/3 of it actually. Then, um, which to be honest, out of all the games for gacha that we've been playing, Weathering, Zenless, and Genshin, the story for HSR honestly is kind of really killing it. They're really doing it well, man. Honestly, I really like that.
I'm
Overall,
so
like
parched.
if this game was open world and had this sort of story, then it would be like, whew. But honestly, even then,
No,
what is this drunk bish saying and doing? Is everyone lit up? Yeah, yeah. Woohoo! We got all the core flames down. I don't really understand quite what's going on, but it's whatever it is, it's good. So from what I understand, the scene we saw of Kevin making it back, not Kevin, but Finan, I guess, or Castlevana, whatever his actual name is. He has too many goddamn names, like a douche that he is. Um, so he came back, and then Tyros was telling us the story of the first cycle, in which Cyrene was alive. And what in the end of that cycle, what Cyrene and Firenan did is they figured out, or the Theros told them, like, okay, this all is an experimentation to make the black hide stronger, essentially. And they were like, and then because of their contributions, they are done. The black kind is done. It's baked. It's cooked. It's time to take it out of the oven and spread it
I
through the
will
world.
walk to the end with all your wills.
Shush. And then they kind of went like, okay, yeah, we don't want that. This thing is kind of horrible. So they were like, okay, we're just gonna throw Amphorius into a time loop with the power of remembrance, and that's why all the cycles are repeating. So yes, the cycle thing was happening, the iterations were happening, but because Castlevania and Cyrene F kind of like messed with it a little bit and just forced the cycles to continue, even though technically Amphorius is done. So they're the ones holding essentially Amphorius in lock. And they are waiting for something to come and change the status quo in their favor. And I think the Theros, Ligas, is kind of waiting for something to come and change in his favor. Otherwise, the cycles will continue keep rotating. So, which is like honestly like a really good story so far. From all the things we went through, like looking back at the story, it's kind of really long. Like we had the whole thing with what's her face, Castor Ice. We had the whole Triby dying. We had the whole start of Amphoria saga with the Maide and everything. Yeah, I mean, look at this. It's like such detailed stuff. Like the story really had some twists and turns, but in the end, we ended up being a simulation from Ligus, or not even Ligus, from Iron Tube. And I don't know what Ligus exactly is. He is like the overseer here, that's fine, but like, what is he? Is he Iron Tomb's posse? Then why does Erudition look at him? Like, hey, why is he bathed in the gaze of Erudition? Because Iron Tomb is kind of trying to kill Erudition, if I'm correct, right? So Moi doesn't really understand that super quickly. We definitely broke our bank for this stuff. Also, we do have one of these. Should we claim? Because I think right now we are good on healers. So if we want to get anyone, we want to get Ruan Mei. I don't know how good Ruan Mei would be in the future. I think without break, she doesn't have that much potential. But she's still nice. Like for pure fiction, I think she's pretty great. Should we go for it? I mean, this thing is running out of time, right? Yeah, the next free 5-star is about to land as well. Gift of the Sea. And we have this as well. We haven't really checked that out. This we are doing. This event seems fun. AP. Did we do aptitude showcase for finance? Yeah, not for the others. Complete this. 27 days, 13 days. We'll probably look at this again. Okay. I think right now, in the end, what it seemed like is that Finan within its current memories traveled back to the first cycle to change how everything was done. And kind of maybe solidify a way for them to have victory. So he was talking to HSR, whether the violin girl, if you know what I mean, like the ocean coral in the head kind of girl. And he was like, I need to talk to your leader, to your state's leader, to tell them what the fudge is going on. And this is what's going on. We are rotating in a cycle and all that stuff. And we need the power of a neon to break through in our favor so it doesn't really F up stuff super much. So yeah, that's kind of the way we are. Yes, Castellana, that's his name, the Eternal Radiance. She was like, show me what you got. Beat these little bull boobies up. The black tide boobies. Yeah, I just want to make sure everything's black sheep. Okay, we're gonna be Finan. Not that we are already not Finan. I guess now we have Finan in our trial, right? We can look at him. We can look how better we are from the trial version. Actually, it's not. I think the trial might have the signature cone, right? I just put Dawn Hangs on him. It's good. Like, technically it still works because both his second enhanced skill and the meteor drop is essentially skill. So in his alt form, the first skill he has, like right here, that's based on his basic attack. The counter, that's based on his skill damage. The meteorite is based on his skill damage, and the big blast in the end is based on the ult. Yeah, she was like, yeah, show me what you got. Follow Hyselin to great Imperator Sidra? Imperator. Oh, so Sidra is gonna be the person we're gonna have to talk to. Okay. I guess he's the only person in our team right now. Don't know why. Oh, we can't look at that's sucky. We can look at him in combat actually. Also, we could fight this guy actually. Where's our team? Oh, we can't have a team. I guess we'll play along. There you go. We don't get no ambrosia.
Light up the dawn.
Boof. Lone wolf. Literally soul in everybody.
Oh. Nice moves.
Yeah, you could have helped, you know.
Light up the dawn.
We just washed it away and here it comes again.
Yep. Black Tide.
Black
Oh no,
Tide is
bugger.
really no joke.
Oh, there are people there. We can fight this one, dude. We can see like his stats and stuff. Just one dude. He can't kill us. Even if we have a sucky build.
There's no
It's
other
more than one
choice
dude.
but to move forward.
Okay, we did this too. Look at him. He has 65 crit rate, 135. We don't see his light cone. No. He has his signature. I think this is his light cone's effect. And each stack of attack by 50. This is his passive. Arcada of Woman Dreams. I don't know what is this an artifact set? Oh yeah, this is the artifact set. Yeah. So he does have his light cone in this.
For the next tomorrow.
Oh shit. That's a lot of damage. That's not.
My existence is of little consequence.
I'd rather kill that guy, but I guess
The world.
this is the way it has to be.
I can't let them
Oh
down.
shit. Don't hit me.
There's no other choice but to move forward. For the
That one
next
does too much damage.
tomorrow.
Oh. Phew. That was a risky gamble.
Light up the dawn.
We be dead. We be needing healing. What's this banana? Oh, that's high ceiling.
The waters end here. The one you seek is beyond this point.
Lady, there are no waters here, by the way. This is just kind of like, we're in like a sky area. Is her stomach made out of water? Yo, we can see her rib cage. Girl, we can see everything. What the hell? Where's something appropriate? But no, seriously, what the hell? That's so weird. Does she eat something and then it just becomes soup in her stomach? Like, now you're a soup. What if she drinks soup? Would there be multiple colors of water? Would it look like diarrhea? How does that make poop? These are all important questions they need to answer.
At last, I can meet with Her Majesty Saridra herself.
How did she become the Majesty?
Are there any formalities I need to observe?
Don't kneel, don't do the hand-kissing or foot-kissing gestures of the old dynasty, and most of all, don't bow. The Imperator despises such rituals,
Imperator.
especially when the heads of those taller than her bend beneath her crown.
Ah. So she don't like ass kissers.
She really is down to earth.
Yeah, Finon on the other hand just loves making people bow down to her.
The second thing to note, only trusted ones may come near her. Keep 5 paces distance until the Imperator allows otherwise.
Sounds like an old friend of mine.
Well, experience is a good thing. Stay sharp, and you'll be just fine.
She be deadly? She be deadlying? So, Highest Ceiling, the girl we just saw, is said to be released next patch as a dot support, or a dot character. Yo, we got Triby and Aglaya right in the front. Is she the Imperator? Imperator? Imperator, why have thou forsaken us? I do like his cape. It's very capey. Yo, Aglaya,
Nice to
old
meet
bud.
her, little hostage. Apologies
Hostage?
for keeping you waiting.
Hostage? Hostage? Is this hostage as in hostage? Or is this some other word that because I'm too dumb to understand? Dusk Gold Weaver.
It's you.
You know them? Good. That makes things easier.
Do they know him
Before
though?
that, I'm more curious about one thing. Where is Her Majesty Saridra?
What?
To avoid any misunderstandings, nameless Swordmaster. Although we spoke and laughed along the way, I never said you were entitled to meet her.
Yeah, we gotta kill a Glare to do so.
The Imperator decreed. The Deliverer will not appear in this age. Be wary of suspicious individuals.
Yeah, but we literally traveled back in time, so could you just like let us talk to her? We can explain it.
Come now, both of you. Let's finish our job.
I see. It's a trap.
So we gonna fight him?
I had no intention of fighting. So remember this, Lady Hysealant. If my sword shows any hesitation,
It's because I don't want to kill all of you.
don't thank me. Thank them instead.
No, you misunderstand. We don't want to see Chrysoceres hurt each other. Just give us some time to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
The Nestia's golden threads will judge you and decide your fate.
To be honest, we're seeing Aglaya as her old self. It doesn't seem that much different. She seems very cold as it is.
As you wish.
White-haired Swordmaster? If what you say is true, then you must know the fate of the world.
Yeah, it kind of just goes in circles.
So, how much do you know about what we read from the prophecy?
Speak of Tribio's
You
prophecy.
shall shatter into 1,000 fragments and wither in the soil of foreign lands. Is that correct, Lady Tribi?
How is this possible?
We're from the future. We're your best buds. We read your diary.
He got it right?
Yes, but the prophecy never mentioned he'd appear here. At least, not in this era.
You must listen to me, Aglaya, Tribi. The Finan of this world has not yet been born. In a distant future, he will follow the prophecy's guidance and appear before you. But do not seek him out. Because Era Nova is a complete and utter lie.
Oof.
I will tell you the truth. And you will understand why the world must forsake the prophecy and find another path to Era Nova. Because I know both of you. And I believe that no matter how the course of history may change,
You
the
want?
faith we all share will always remain the same. And so, the layers of rock began to reverse, and history wove itself anew. Through my
Okay.
old acquaintances, I was given the chance to meet the leader of the Flame Chase journey, Saridra.
Aren't we gonna see that?
And after a long and arduous negotiation, we came to an agreement. The Imperator's alliance needed the destruction, and I was ready to pour all my strength into it. The spoils of the Flame Chase, the core flames, would be sealed by my hand. But the condition was this. In the upcoming battle, in our conquest of the Earth, I had to prove that my power could transcend fate. In the original history, there was a brutal war. At the end, the Titankin of Georios, Terravox, killed the rampaging Titan and took the core flame that supported the Earth. But this time, Amphorius encountered a turning point in its fate.
So this is the second iteration, I guess now.
Neither side suffered any losses. When I severed the Titan's head and raised the core flame high, the crowd gathered around the scorched remains of the god, roaring with joy,
They really didn't like him? He wasn't a good one?
cheering for the hero of the destruction. who had ignited the faint spark of life for the first time. Yes, in that flickering light, the once dark path ahead seemed to become clearer. I proved myself, and in the long years that followed, I brought down the other Titans, one by one.
So he went back and just soloed everything.
I could do more than just wait. When time resets, the chance to change the world also emerges from the lines of history.
So where is he driving the history?
Until finally, the brutal future revealed by Era Nova is reversed. But tell me, if that's truly the case, why are we doomed to the same outcome?
Isn't he just making the reiterations go in the wrong directions now? Curiouser and curiouser. The first eternal reoccurrence ends. That beetle taking the ball up, that seems very symbolic of the whole. The guy that keeps putting the balls up and then it falls down.
The people
The
kept
mountain.
their promise and handed you all the core flames. In this world after Trebios, no demigods were born in Amphorius. At this point, I just want to know. When they vanished into the black tide with their mortal bodies, why didn't you shed even a single tear?
Because he had seen it before.
Your indifference chills me. To you, were they just a bunch of insignificant footnotes?
Sorrow has been my constant companion. In fact, with 12 core flames upon me, the fire in my heart has never been more violent. I'll remember this world through anger. As long as I burn, they'll never truly leave me.
Perhaps it's already too late.
Maybe he's losing his humanity as well.
But you're right. Anger, at this moment, is the only weapon I can rely on. So,
He's gonna attack him.
draw your sword, executioner. I'll make sure you realize that your greatest mistake was leaving me alive.
Okay.
After that, he raised his sword and attacked. Then, Kaslana killed himself.
Okay. So is what's actually going on is that we saw the cycle turn from the base it was going with. They achieved what they wanted to. Finan and Cyrene found out what the hell is going on. They reverted the time all the way back to reshape the cycles. And then Finan is there, and now he's becoming the Flame Reaver. And he's gonna go through all of that, and then we're gonna match up to the current timeline?
That day, who fell to the sword to be left in the past, and who went into the future? I can't remember anymore.
It was definitely you, since you had all the core flames. You definitely survived, Castellana.
I only remember a nymph, hiding in the shadows just out of sight, futilely pushing a stone ball. Climb, fall, climb, fall, climb again, and fall.
Yeah, you didn't need to give a whole line for this. We got it from the scene first.
The only freedom the nymph had was in choosing how to roll the stone. Sometimes fast, sometimes slow, sometimes resting on a gentler slope, leaning against the stone for a break. But its choice couldn't change the futility of it all. The stone would always roll back down the slope, and the nymph would always return to the starting point, beginning again. After that, every time I reached this point in the cycle, the burning sky would cast a shadow over its path. It would nearly reach the peak at the fourth quint of curtain fall hour,
Midnight.
then fall to the starting point in the first 15 seconds of the next entry hour. And my efforts in this cycle would dissolve into nothing at the same time.
Is this now the Flame Reaver's POV? Are we learning how he became the Flame Reaver? Eternal Resilience 1. Subject Zelana persuaded the 12 Kaisos heir to recover all the 12 core flames in a peaceful way after verification, and unauthorized access did not have the substantive impact on the experimentational process. Life cycle of the 12 Kaisos heir were terminated strictly in the predetermined experimental sequence and successfully loaded into the buffer. Subject Castellana regressed the extrapolation progress, and abnormal fluctuations were detected in his mind functions. The first devastation failed. Okay, Castellana adopted a strategy similar to Eternal Radiance 1. No substantive impact on the experimental progress was observed. Life cycle of the 12 Society terminated normally in sequence. Subject Castellana regressed the exploitation process. Extrapolation process. Okay, minor adjustments detected in subject Castellana's strategy. Decisions weighted for avoid sacrifice of past companions has been increased. After verification, this adjustment did not have a substantive impact on the experimentational progress. Life cycle of the 12 cryostate terminated normally in sequence. Subject Castellana regressed the extrapolation process. Does this subject Castellana regress the exploitation process? Means he's reversing time over and over again? Okay, so that's 3. We skipped. Okay, we're skipping a few. Subject Castellana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, aiming to evacuate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations. Grant specific subjects representatives represented by the 12 Chrysos heir against the. Okay, sorry, what the hell? Castellana attempted to decompile the Black Tide for the first time, so he aimed at the Black Tide this time, aiming to evacuate access privileges and execute unauthorized access authorization operations against specific subjects represented by the 12 Chrysos heir. So he attacked the 12 Chrysos heir. Life cycles of the 12 Chrysos heir terminated normally in sequence. Subject Castellana regressed extrapolation progress. Subject Castellana's 11th attempt to breach the Spectre's core layer has failed. The decision weighted for avoiding the sacrifices of past companion showed a minor decline, so he's not willing to kill them or have them killed. Yo all, what's up? We're doing the story for HSR. This one is also Lupa Changli's menu. Yeah, I got Lupa and her blade. I'm not sure. I don't have Changli though, unfortunately. Hope you're doing well. We're just going through all the lores over here. Core has failed. Life cycle of the 12 Chrysos terminated in sequence. Subject Castellana okay. Analysis of observations from Eternal Radiance 83 to 133. indicates that subject Castellana's strategy is gradually converging with the Eternal Radiance 42 over synchronicity, risk detected, potential cognitive functions degradation suspected. Okay, so he's slowly losing his mind. That's what is this. The will to undo reinforce the Iron Tomb's destruction vector within expectorations. No interventions required. Continue observation. Okay, so somebody's monitoring what Kevin is doing now. So is he still the subject? Is the entire thing really just part of the plan? Eternal radius was 134. Until the end of the world. Okay. Is this all really just to make him lose his mind so he becomes the new, like, new posse of the destruction? What's the name? Lord Revenger? Is that what's going on? Was that from the get-go? And maybe Cyrene was in on it? The 134 Eternal Recurrence.
Absolute nonsense.
I thought cycles was the answer you were looking for.
No, it's just that the answer came so suddenly. There was no fun in tracing it back to its roots. Eons, paths. What a load of nonsense.
Well, I mean, you have to be stupid not to believe in him.
I can't give you an exact explanation of those two concepts either.
Enough. I'm just expressing my frustration. Don't you understand? I was already expecting this. The black tide came from beyond the sky. And everything else is no exception.
Fate is a strange thing. No matter how the details of history change, the Anaxa I know always remains as harsh as ever.
If the other Anaxagoras actually worshipped the gods, I'd make sure to find a way to break the cycles and crush them in their cradles. Too bad. Now only you have the ability to do that.
Yeah, if it was him, he would have done this long ago.
What's that supposed to mean? You're willing to help?
Of course. The core flames were meant to save the world. And in my opinion, the noble titans have no reason to refuse. Besides, according to you, before stepping into these endless cycles, you were my pupil.
Not the smartest one, may I add. Not the smartest pupil.
I've already heard the same thing countless times.
Enough chit-chat. Let's go. If we run into any other scholars, leave them to me.
What are they trying to do? Get the core flame of reason?
We've all made preparations for total annihilation. Never thought someone would step in to help.
Damn. I just realized that I've been using my Corlata on a level 1 weapon because I've been using it on Alto. Damn. Fair. I mean, that's definitely, like, Corlata is, like, honestly, out of all the new characters that we have gotten, Corlata, even though she's relatively old to the second generation units, seems so much more useful. Like, she's the greatest boss killer. She's so easy and fun to use. There's no gimmick to her that you need like 3 different characters to make a team work. I mean, honestly, she's goated. The only thing she lacks is height. Okay, we get these. We boop.
Light up the dawn.
Let's
Light up the dawn.
Yeah, let's light up the dawn. This is literally just a trial run for him.
Light up the dawn.
Any
You've
other?
been to the Luminary Throne before.
Countless times, baby.
If you're talking about in past cycles.
You're already much luckier than the other students.
With the other, This seems very fairy-like. Reminds me of the fairy village. that they had. The mem maze.
Hold up. Keep your wits about you. Someone's watching us.
He knows.
Pretty boy, your eyesight's better than I thought.
Didn't Anaxa say this?
As for that false god who's been turning the world upside down, it's you, isn't it, Whitehair?
He's the false god? Is that his motto now? Like, is that his title?
You sure do love stealing the spotlight.
Yeah, Anaxa is the one who saw her
In
first.
the name of the Seven Sages, I demand that you immediately step away from the Luminary Throne. This is the sacred ground of reason.
Yeah, that you
No
came to
one will
defile.
desecrate it.
Because you're gonna do it.
Take my words back to Aglaya. I won't say the same thing twice, Catgirl.
Oh my! You won't even call me the demigod of trickery. That
I mean,
is
Catgirl is
just
better.
heartbreaking. I have some words for you, too. First, as one of the most heretical blasphemers in the world, you have no right to lecture me. Second,
Give me the core flame.
this is none of your business, Grove Boy. Step aside. I don't want anyone getting hurt.
Ooh, she being a bully.
Here we go. Again.
Core Flame Thieves. You really think you can scare off a sage of the grove with nothing but empty threats?
Oh, her threats aren't empty.
This gloomy little brat's got a sharp tongue. Ooh, not bad, not bad. I kinda like you. As a return favor, feast on Cersei's core flame right here.
Feast.
Aw, don't cry now.
He can use the power of time, right?
That was close. I'm out of here.
Wait, maybe when the Trailblazer landed, the reason why Mem took interest in us... Yeah, we know what the hell to do. Is because Mem saw that, hey, this is the thing that's gonna break the cycles. All parties are trying to break the cycles. They don't like the status quo, but they just want it to break in their favor, which is not happening. Yes, Lygus versus Finan and Cyrene. Yeah, we know. We can get you back, Barbatelos.
They're exactly like all the past ones I've known. Cunning. And yet so naive.
Sounds like you have a plan.
Of course. When I first set out on the flame chase journey, Lady Treby never managed to teach me Orynyx's miracle.
But now I've
But
learned.
along the way, I learned a thing or two.
Also, the eye thing in the back. That's interesting. Isn't that very Iron Tomb shaped?
Where are you going?
I don't know.
The Venerationists' foolish inventions finally come in handy.
How is this possible?
You hate it.
Arrived, Zacharias. Always so punctual.
Is that the cat? Okay, yeah.
What? Do you know who I am?
I'm running out of patience. So I'm not going to waste words. Listen up, spirit thief. Hand over the core flame, and let's pretend we never clashed. This way, you and this world can still be saved.
What if the first Flame Reaver was an inputted program? And this is now turning him into the actual Flame Reaver.
Save. You sing better than any bard. If you ask me, you're the greatest disaster Amphorius has ever known.
Yeah, it's not
No
wrong.
matter how strong you are, you're still just a mortal body. Carrying 12 core flames? Don't make me laugh. You'll just get consumed by the divine flames and drag this world down with you.
And maybe that is what's happening.
134.
What?
This is the 134th cycle I've lived through. And the number of core flames I carry
It's times 12.
1,596.
Wow, and Axa the Smart can actually do quick maths.
Yes.
1,000 core flames and just a single Chrysos hair. How is that even possible?
Because he's him.
I've come this far. And that's proof enough.
But someday you will burn to the ground.
And when he does, he will break the world.
Of course. The divine flames will eventually consume my eyes and blind me. But before that, they could still forge and sharpen Dawnmaker. Now when I cut open your stomach, you won't feel a thing.
Oof. Run, dude. Just give him the core flame and run.
Is the final warning.
Oh, damn.
Fine. Assume this world holds 100 million possibilities. And no matter how one looks at it, 99,999,999 of them all point to outcomes of certain destruction.
So what is fine I'm gonna do?
Even so, I'll use my divine power, despised by the people of this world, to achieve that 1 in 100 million possibility.
Bartolos!
Brett, if you've got the guts, you'll have to first step over my dead body.
Oh, he's gonna do it, don't worry. Damn. What I was like about using dual quickswap is the fact that even resistance don't phase me more. Which is fair, unless they have the same element.
With just by ourselves.
Okay, we don't have anybody else. Yeah, we can deal with you just by ourselves, bruh, don't worry.
Tomorrow!
The arrow guys aren't that bad. Damn, that I'ma get 8K today. I'ma just SSL. What are you talking about, bruh? Damn, to be honest, I'ma not get 8K today. I'ma just SS and save the set for later. Are you talking about wimping? Oh yeah, no, I don't care. Like, as long as I get the jimmies, I don't care what the score is. Basic attack.
Get started!
I'll give it back.
Okay. No. Wait, why can I only... Oh, yeah. Because the other guy's invisible. I don't really care about that, bruh.
For the next tomorrow!
Oof, we didn't even get to unlock its final.
How absurd.
In my memories, Zagreus always meets the same end. Over and over again. Their departure no longer stirs anything in my heart.
This
Oh.
reason core flame before us is a fake. Obvious as day.
I know.
Cypher is out.
No. It always plays out like this. The spirit thief covers for her, and the trickery demigod escapes with 2 core flames.
Which two?
And then, driven by defiance or hatred, she decides to stand before me once more. Exactly like the countless past hers I've known.
He's like losing his mind.
Yet so naive.
I mean, time would do that to you.
Since you've witnessed the same scene play out countless times, tell me, will you carve the trickery core flame from my chest now?
That depends on your attitude. At least so far, in the cycles where you've asked this question, the endings haven't been so cruel.
Well, thank you for that. But I also believe that this time, you won't catch up to me.
He has a lot more core flames than you,
No one
bruh.
can catch up to me. I'm no longer running to escape anymore.
Whether you believe me or not, I'll still tell you this. You've made the wrong decision.
All right, then. We'll see.
Silence.
This is new.
One-eyed boy. What are you trying to pull now?
Go, Cythera. Give us some time in private. This isn't for her, but for you.
Yeah, you're losing your mind.
You've
Somebody
walked
needs
too
to tell
far
her.
down this path. It's time to discuss a possibility. Maybe the road you're walking is not one of salvation,
Yeah.
but one that will simply drag the world into the flames.
What's the alternative? Let the black tide out?
For all time's sake, turn back. I don't care how many times you've tried, because there's one thing I'm sure of.
The way you're doing things, you're not gonna
Your
accomplish
Messiah
stuff.
complex has turned you into something no different from the icy gods you spoke of. The children of humanity you swore to save. They are no more than ants to you now, aren't they?
Of course.
Yeah, he's losing his humanity. Woohoo! He gonna go full loco.
I've been wondering, what kind of demon could burn my homeland to the ground in an instant without batting an eye? Now I have the answer. It turns out that fiery demon has been fantasizing of becoming this world's deliverer.
This is basically the whole Batman thing. You live long enough to become a villain.
I don't want to argue anymore. No matter what I say, the outcome won't change.
So destruction is the only
Make
path.
your biggest effort to resist, or accept fate, and hand over the core flame to me, even if it's futile, We all have the right to choose.
Yes. Even if it is futile, and the world is just a divine joke.
When I walk into the destruction ridden by the gods, with my own 2 legs, you will witness.
Witness
Even
what?
the smallest footnote still leaves a mark in this story.
And so, at the end of the 134th cycle, the Traveler and the Scholar fulfilled their fates once again.
Are these core flames inside him?
Or perhaps it wasn't just they who fulfilled their fates. I can't quite remember all this. In the endless darkness, for no reason, a voice always lingered by my ear.
Cyrene?
Losses are a constant on the flame chase journey, among which even life itself holds little value.
Oof.
Reduced to ashes. Such a familiar end. It happens in every journey. Always the same.
Eternal Radiance number 134. Subject Castellana's 103rd attempt to breach the Spectre core layer has failed. Decisions wait for avoiding sacrifices of past companion. Approaching 0.00018. Over synchronization risk detected. Life cycle of 12 Chrysosphere terminated in sequence. Subject Castellana regressed the exploration process. Subject Castellana's 5266 attempt to breach the Spectre course has failed. Life cycle of the 12 Chrysosphere terminated in sequence with the trend of acceleration noted. Subject Castellana trend of acceleration. Subject Castellana regressed the exploration extrapolation process. Subject strategy now nearly identical to Eternal Radiance 42. Mind function degradation detected with possible irreversible damage. Administrator directive received. No more prompts about the risk of mind function damage. Oh. So now we're not going to even know how bad his mind state is going. 12,390. Oh, this thing is blanked out, which is interesting. 12398. Subject Castellana's 12367. Seventh attempt to breach the Spectre course layer has failed. Life cycle of the 12th crisis layer terminated in sequence. The extrapolation process regressed. Eternal recurrence 23,779. Subject Castellanas 23,748. Attempt to breach the Spectre core has failed. Life cycle of the 12th crisis layer terminated in sequence. The extrapolation process regressed, has failed. It's the same thing. It has boiled down to the same thing, and the only information that they stopped receiving is how his mental state is doing, which I'm assuming is going to go bad. Yeah, same. All of these are the same. He's continuously failed. Eternal reoccurrence 108642. So he'll just turn into the Flame Reaver. That's what I'm guessing from this. And that's the Death Ravager they're looking for. You know, in the new Myriad trailer thing, they show the white guy who seems to look very close to the Flame Reaver. Maybe this is how he's built.
You don't look so good, Deliverer.
Is he just having illusions?
Even after going through 108,642 cycles, Mighty, your name for me has never changed.
Why do you sound so pleased? It's a derogatory name.
Yeah, I know all too well. You only meant it sincerely in the first cycle.
Ah.
After that one and only time we walked side by side. Every time since. It always ends up like this. Dawnmaker will stab you through your 10th thoracic vertebra. That's your weak spot, and the only way to kill you.
Interesting. Tell me, when the mighty Moses of the past faced you, did they ever retreat?
Never.
Then they died honorably, worthy of the name of strife. But there's still tenderness in your eyes. How pathetic.
I have to remember how this feels. Remember that I was once human. Or else the destruction will completely consume me.
He's trying so hard to escape this fate, but he's losing himself in the process.
If you win, tell the mighty most of the next life. This person is a worthy opponent. So always remember to give it your all and never slack off.
I'll keep that in mind. As always.
So he has said this before.
Even though the dynasty is left with just one, the Kremnos festival will continue as usual. I, the king of the Kremnoan Legion, will host the final feast in the center of this arena, and the prize will be the flames of strife. One day, you shall die with a wound in your back. That's what I saw when I overcame the trial. The gods' dying ramblings. Enough. You've probably heard this thousands of times. So you must understand, facing the demigod of strife means there's no way you'll take this core flame in peace.
I understand.
Step forward and face me in a final battle.
So it's a good thing now, like they showed us how his reaction to the first cycle was, as a comparison note.
I, the last son of Gorgo, the demigod of strife, salute you. I'll give 10,000 scars and 10,000 lives of mine to fuel the blazing sun of deliverance.
Oof. Again, Flame Reaver's clone thing. Oh god, this is a good visual. So he just becomes the Titan for him. Ah.
Martyrs, behold! The last
first festival has begun.
Ooh.
And will not end till death.
It's time to
Sad story, but what can you do? He has no physical weakness.
The new world will arrive.
I'm fine.
Oh, not good. I think even if you lose, it doesn't matter.
Conquer this world, or be conquered by me.
Reflects
As you
fear.
wish.
For the sake of fairness, let us go to the Vestige battleground. Okay.
And in my full glory, I salute you.
That's all I ever wanted.
Our Khaslana hasn't shifted. I guess this.
Old sun's embers, hail the new world's dawn. Soul of substance.
Merely an empty shell.
With this newborn sun, tear open the sky.
Again, I don't see the point of doing the W.
Merely an empty shell.
With the old sun's embers, hail the new world's dawn. I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
We took 50% of his
Scorching
HP.
hatred.
Another one?
Feel it now. Soul of substance.
Merely an empty shell.
They're like, he ain't gonna do anything in his base form. So we might have to cheat.
Is that all?
If you can, deliver. Use the flames of your fury to scorch your own flesh.
So this is, from what I can understand, this Kevin or Khaslana has walked the time while the other one has been with the Chrysosane doing his stuff. Right?
With this newborn sun, tear open the sky.
Mightimos. Let strife decide the outcome. Let this burn.
So he does say very strifey lines in the counterattack.
You may crown yourself in my blood. In your next life, I shall once again block your path.
So he's just constantly killing his own friends.
Deliver. I wish you eternal victory.
The 108,642nd core flame of strife fell into the fire. Yet the shadows of the black tide still loomed, and pain and despair spread across distant lands. The blaze was still not enough. It had to be fed,
Fed with the blood of your
even
friends.
if it meant burning this body to ash.
So many goddamn cycles, what the hell? He's Scrooged. He's skrooshnadushed. How are they planning to, like, you have to break through to the scepter. There's no other way out then. And he just can't seem to do it.
No matter how bright the sun is, there are still places it cannot reach. Moreover, the sun you bear is both cold and blinding.
Is there something he discussed with Hydra, and that's something that's going to be in play in the future?
A sun like that.
They didn't focus on that meeting too much.
Surely cannot bring warmth to the nether realm of the next life.
Golden blood is born from the destruction. We have long since lost the right to seek warmth.
So he's losing his mind, and also now he's blaming himself and his birth circumstances for it.
Only by feeding the flames can we melt that hopeless future.
Replace it with another hopeless future.
Allow me to ask, how many core flames do you carry now?
24,041,183.
Damn.
Such a heavy burden. So that's why you've turned into this. A broken idol. Tragic firewood.
Tragic fire.
No matter. I will bear this burden.
I wish they showed the physical effects of this thing with him, like his skin just slowly breaking down, his eyes and stuff like that.
You hand over the core flame of death.
I must refuse. As the demigod of death, I cannot watch you walk into a fate more cruel than death.
But this way, the past, present, and future.
So this is very flame reverie.
Suffer unnecessary death.
Yeah, but apparently necessary ones are the ones by your hand.
Unnecessary death. Indeed. You are not the Finan I know. Please turn back. Don't let that absurd and unjust fate of yours come to pass. This way, at least my realm can still become the fragrant bed where you fall asleep.
In the end, still, it seems the clash of blades was inevitable.
How painful.
She's gonna turn into that boss.
Match, having fallen under your sword countless times. But even so, please understand that my resolve is not to be underestimated. Even Kethali cannot shape all things at will, nor can they dictate the fate of all life. No one can shoulder the balance of life and death alone, not even a god. And it is precisely for this reason that I chose, at the end of this arduous journey, to overcome the trial and take the authority of death. I am the Hand of Shadow, Casterus, the demigod of death. Listen closely, deliverer from days past. Please turn back. Do not disturb these fresh flowers in their muddy deaths.
So any button I press, he moves forward. Also, now it's a very interesting thing where it's like he knows, he understands what he has to do. I'm not really sure what he's trying to do here. He's trying to break the cycle in his favor somehow, which he doesn't have a clear idea of how to do that. But he's just accumulating power at this point for power's sake. And from what it seems like to me. And it's just a really good twist of turn. Is like now his friends are the one. You have lost your way. What?
At this crossroads of life and death, the giant dragon is but a shattered shell.
Okay.
Yet I will still fight, defending what hope remains.
It would have been nice to have actually Pollux fight.
I'm fine. It's
temper myself. The new world will arrive!
Oh, it's gonna shield itself?
I'm fine.
I ask you to rest here.
Allow me to.
Oh, he activated his ult on his own.
I must transform my soul into a raging fire. Must burn that idol of destruction to the ground.
He's really fighting a hopeless battle here.
How is it any different from that little future?
Branded with Strife's name! Soul and substance. A scorching hatred. Do you think this newborn sun? Tear open the sky!
I really hope he has a strong end game for this, because I'm not really seeing his plan. I don't think he's seeing his plan.
I will never yield to such a fate. Quench the flames with blood. Is that all?
Can't keep him here.
The flames in this body are not strong enough. With the old sun's embers, hail the new world's dawn! Merely an empty shell. I grant you a dawn where all stars burn to ash.
Okay.
Soul and substance.
Even if I can't win, I must try.
Let this be a tribute
After that, there will be no eternal
to
sleep.
your million struggles. But time.
Wake up, lost one. See that the firelight in the darkness is not.
That's the road to salvation. Unless he really does do it, and then it matters.
Death was taken from the dragon's belly. What a brilliant flame.
He's just now hungry for
It
flames.
should shine upon all. Light the path ahead. And illuminate the dawn of Amphorius that's to come. 2,003,432 cycles. 24,041,184 core flames.
How many core flames does one guy need, damn?
As if even the deepest abyss of primordial chaos could be burned away.
Can he really overload the mechanism that sustains him, like the computer program to be beaten by a line of code? That's what he is. Really? The tokens are weak in this shit? This time around? Damn. I guess we're gonna struggle in Vampirin. Maybe because they want you to use Chungling. That's many of time for departure. The hero within.
You're here, as always.
You're still lingering. Deep within me. Never fading away.
Yeah, he ain't doing so good. Damn, bruh.
Because
His
you
voice is
haven't
so...
completely abandoned hope. Am I right?
Does he even remember why he's doing all of
You're
this?
still waiting for a miracle. For the true hero to come and save us.
Is his entire plan to keep running it and derailing the flame chase journey? Is that what his thing is?
If that
I'm sorry, did I
thread of hope
not
exists,
understand that from before?
It must come from beyond this world.
If there's a thing.
From the true starry sky. But if it's just a traveler with no connection to Amphorius, they may not understand our struggles, nor be willing to join this fight.
That's where March comes in. March is Cyrene's memories, or a form of it. That's what March is. And she's the thing that's gonna break this cycle, not Traveler or anybody else.
Your thoughts are wavering. The mark of destruction is deepening. But even within the gods' cold calculations, unconditional courage and goodwill still emerge.
He's gonna be like, I'm sick of hearing that shit.
Never forget what set you on this path. How many times has it been? Remind me again. My memory is a bit fuzzy.
4 million. Exactly.
Then that blaze inside of you must be burning hotter than ever.
Yes. When I first forged the 12 core flames into one, I had the same impression. The destruction. A power unlike anything before surged within me. Violent flames ready to tear my body apart and consume this world, this wretched prison. I thought that was it. The ultimate power which nothing could surpass. And yet now, this fragile body holds a staggering 48 million core flames.
Damn.
I suppose it won't be long. Perhaps just a fleeting 10,000 years. Before it's reduced to nothing but charred, crumbling bones.
So he will turn into the
And
flame
when
reaper.
that happens, your long struggle will finally come to an end.
No. I've already found a way to keep the cycles going.
Really?
Mind sharing it with me?
Maybe he's a spy-ish? Maybe not to trust him?
In every new cycle, a new me is born.
So he'll hand over the reins to him.
All I have to do is push the next Finant to the end of the world.
And then...
Then he'll kill me. Shatter this body. Take my flames, my memories, and carry on the path I started.
Or he'll rebel. So basically what's happening right now is when he's slain the Flame Reaver, this is what Finance is experiencing his journey. Oh, that makes more sense. Time to use my secret collateral. It's okay, man. Ah, okay. It's okay. I think you'll still pass. Don't worry too much about it. It's the same rewards, man.
Bold plan, but risky. What if, one day, the next you refuses to follow the same path?
And which is why the Trailblazer is there to change the destiny.
How can you ensure the continuation of the cycles?
If it were Professor Anaxa or Aglaya in my place, maybe they'd come up with something smarter.
Not sure.
Unfortunately, I don't have a backup plan. I have no choice but to bet everything on the next Finant. And trust that he makes the same choice I did. But even in this wretched prison, luck is still sometimes on my side. Because I never forget what set me on this path.
Wait, you mean...
Ever since I committed to this plan, not once, in millions of cycles has there ever been an exception.
What exception? He's never forgotten his origin. Isn't the cycle number more than what it initially was? It's so confusing, honestly. There's one whole thing about time travel, and then there's just a rewriting the world history with time travel in it. And redoing the cycles on top of that. Damn. Oh, nice. 103. Pretty good. Shikona. Oh, okay.
Lord Finance.
I thought that you were talking about Colada. I can't do the slot final.
As the demigod of the sky, a healer of Twilight Courtyard, I will heal you. And then...
The black tide. It's consuming you. You can't hold out much longer, demigod. Hand over the core flame. Let's put an end to this suffering.
Now, that just won't do. A healer should stay composed in front of those suffering from illness. Shouldn't they?
Or is it gonna be... Oh, so is it gonna be that she...
Hyacinthia.
Yeah, she's gonna become the... We don't have the same POV we had with the others.
Return the dawn to this world.
I swear,
Become the raging fire
your deaths won't be in vain.
the world.
Just as they have never
Sunlight
been.
drive back the shadows.
Bring tomorrow to this world.
Let the sun rise.
Finish the sun's work.
Lead us. It's the break of day. I believe in you. You are the Chrysos heir of world bearing. The one who can lead us. Lead this world. It's just... I don't understand. Within the sun upon your shoulders, the part of that warmth that should come from you, from an ordinary person, it's so faint.
My humanity is indeed just a flicker compared to the blazing fire of divinity.
So he's just completely lost
Even so, don't cast it away.
Even a flicker can be an anchor.
I never have.
So I feel like it's weird. Don't really get his plan.
I have kept everyone's wishes close to my heart.
I mean, he did want it to be the deliverer. He could have just become a delivery boy. I mean, he wouldn't have to go through all this shit.
Even though the divine fire burns so fiercely that every time I return to the start, it devours me in an instant. Each cycle, it's your wishes that guide me to the end, that pass the flames to the next me, over and over and over again.
How many cycles has been, like, not talking about cycles of Amphoria, cycles of cabins he has transferred himself to.
So, you're not just a lone spark in the dark. You're a pyre built from the bones of all the selves you've left behind. But what about you? What about your wishes? The wishes of all the countless versions of you.
I have no wish but to be the
Lord Kazlana. So that's how it is.
She knows his name.
Without flaw. That is the flaw the golden blood gave you. The most fatal flaw of all, isn't it?
He has no wishes.
The moment you took the world upon your shoulders without hesitation, you lost the chance to ever be yourself.
Now that is an unexpected revelation, then I suppose that makes me the perfect fuel for the flame of deliverance, doesn't it?
No. An empty flame saves no one. But I still believe in you, Deliverer.
Yeah, you're gonna find a way.
Hyacinthia, the Eye of Twilight. I'm neither strong enough to command the wind and rain, nor willing to end this absurd struggle by letting the sky fall. The only thing I can do is become one with the sky itself.
And then, may the gentle colors of the rainbow paint your sun in shades it has never known. May they bring Amphorius, a rosy-fingered dog.
It is, in the end, Amphorius gonna come to the planet.
Though the light has grown dim, its warmth still lingers.
Literally the 3 weekly boss runs.
Deliverer, please, open your heart to me.
I don't think he is gonna do
No
it.
matter. Let this blazing sun fill the sky with golden fire. With this new sun, tear open the sky!
Celestial fury!
The flames in this body are not strong, merely an empty shell.
Hurts. The fire. Burning.
Is that all? Feel the blood-red sky! With the old sun's embers, hail the new world's dawn! Quench the flames with blood.
History lost in twilight!
And Strife's name! Merely an empty shell.
Crushed and torn!
Never yield to such a fate. With this new sun, tear open the sky!
He's gonna
Let the sky merge with all this world's suffering. The flames in this body are merely an empty shell.
He has to. Well, I guess we have to do it.
Farewell, Hyacinthia.
Yes, your sun burns hot enough to turn everything to ash. But tell me, how will the seeds of a new world ever take root?
The core flame rose. The sky fell. The 23,570,000th cycle came to an end. And this time, the end of the flame chase remained the same as ever.
He basically destroyed the flame chase journey.
From the horizon rose a golden color unlike anything the world had ever seen. So pure it consumed all in its path. This was the end of the world. And the start of the next. For a moment, I saw the destruction of the universe. That being known as Iron Tomb. Its will to break free from the black tide burns fiercer than the blazing sun.
So he's trying to run away from the Black Tide too?
Is this Amphorius' wrath? If its choice has already been made, if fate is set in stone, I will still never yield to it. 23,570,000 cycles. 282,840,000 core flames. No more chasing is needed. And now, I am the fire at the end of the long night.
So he's finally gonna do something?
The flame chase isn't some quiet walk through a sea of flowers. It's a revolution. an all-consuming transformation. And if destruction is the only way, then let me be the one to step across the ashes of the old world and burn endlessly.
Is this also the POV and mentality of Nanook?
Until another dawn rises on the distant horizon, bringing the true dawn to Emphorius.
So his only hope is like something changes from the outside. So this is storming him. One turn until the world ends. So the final one. In the 35, 550, 336.
33,550,337. This is the cycle you're about to enter.
Countless memories are flooding in. Countless versions of myself have stood here, facing the same choice.
They all needed a moment, just like you do. To stop, to breathe, to process the weight of 1,000,000 lifetimes worth of sorrow, pain, and struggle.
So this is supposed to be the final one. Okay. So is it gonna be the one before he transferred to the other final? And is this really just the Flame Weaver's POV? I'm so confused. What about Hyacinthra, the other character? We didn't see her.
And just like them, you will carry those memories and that fire into the chaos of rebirth.
He's completely turned into an animal.
I must go and bear this burden.
So when his will extinguishes, he transfers it to another final.
I must say goodbye to you, and then fight the destruction with destruction.
Okay, he's already being consumed by destruction now. Like, his mentality is changing.
Yes.
It's not about rejecting destruction.
That's always the decision you make.
I will burn and fade away. I will become the Flame Reaver of this life and keep my promise to Cyrene. I will kill gods and comrades alike and steal the core flames. And even if my mind turns to ash along with my body, I will keep my purpose in mind. I will stop Era Nova. I will find the next me and make him carry on this futile endeavor of 30 million lifetimes.
Looks like you're ready. Then I should be going too.
Where are you going?
Why is he scared of him leaving?
You only exist in my heart. There's nowhere else for you to go.
So his will to be a hero is gone.
Do you remember what she said? The dreams you had as children. The deliverer in the prophecies. A real, living, breathing person. You finally found him.
He's going to be the deliverer.
Friend.
I'm being pulled into your memory. Is there anything I can do?
I see. You were there all along. I'm sorry. I was supposed to send you home. This is my flame chase journey. You were never meant to be a part of it.
No.
They really carries a twist, Will.
You know the truth. If Iron Tomb is born from Emphorius' fate, then it will bring ruin to the worlds beyond the sky. And all these countless lifetimes you've spent, it's all been for the sake of defying that end, hasn't it? In millions of cycles, I've said goodbye to each and every one of you. Yet nothing ever changes.
Now it's time for you to change?
Each time we speak, our words grow fewer. Your fire burns hotter, and you're getting closer to becoming pure rage. A vessel of hatred.
Or maybe that's what Ironton wants.
I never had a choice.
Kind of believe him on that.
I understand. If you are to keep the worst fate from unfolding, this is the only path. But this time, things are different. Your persistence has shifted the tide. On the horizon, I see it. Faint but undeniable. The shape of dawn, breaking through the eternal night.
Is it finally gonna be a new dawn?
Turns out, the fire that lights the way was never mine to begin with.
Do you remember, in that first timeline, you and Mightymost stood before the scales of justice, locked in a duel? Each of you weighing what you held dearest. What weighed more than the fate of the world?
The future?
And when hesitation took hold, the answer you sought from me. What am I saying? I am you. Even if you buried me deep and chose another path, that fact never changed. Then let's try again. When you stood before the scales in hesitation, the answer you found in your own heart, do you still remember it?
Remember the past and become the hero of tomorrow.
A hero, not the deliverer.
What weighs more than the fate of the world is the resolve to shoulder an immutable past and carry it into the future.
Good. Then Trailblazer, my friend, my comrade.
With the authority of time.
You
now?
arrived in this strange world and were bound by its cruel fate up till this very moment. In the face of danger, you never once backed down. Instead, you've saved world after world without hesitation. That boarding pass on your chest is now the mark of a hero.
Give it to Finance.
If I choose to step through that door and embrace an end fitting of the destruction, let this sun forged from millions and millions of core flames burn me up along with the god of destruction and their minions.
Are they talking about him leaving Amphorius and killing Destruction?
And the world we leave behind, this world, my home, where hope still lingers. Will you take on everything we've carried? Return to the beginning one last time. Stop the birth of Iron Tomb, save the world we love, and rewrite its doomed fate.
I will be the Dawn of Amphorius. I will stop the completion of Iron Tomb. I will be the Dawn of Amphorius.
Good. In that case, even this fruitless wasteland may finally bloom with flowers. So... if he takes on the weight of the whole world, he'll be able to walk further down the path of deliverance than a fire that only knows how to burn. One will step into the future. One will remain in the past.
So he's gonna escape the planet and he's gonna carry on his duty.
If I can strike down the gods with Dawnmaker, perhaps fate's deadlock can be broken. And if you can stop Iron Tomb from ever being born, then these 30 million cycles will have not been in vain.
Are they gonna just release a killer trailer and then not let the threat happen?
It's time to put our teamwork to the test, partner.
So that's always been us. Go fight for the future final. Leave the world to me final. Let's both be the deliverer final.
Thank you for all you've done already, friend. The image of the hero I've buried deep in my heart finally steps into the light. Here, at the end of this long flame chase journey. Cyrene, a page never seen before has just been turned.
So it's gonna be the trailblazer. He's not part of the system, so he might be able to break stuff.
Lend me the power of time, and send this hero back to the origin of time. Back to your side. And I will walk the unfinished path, just like the countless versions of me before. Unwavering as always.
So he's gonna stay here and continue the cycle, and we're gonna supposed to help find a way out to break the destruction cycle of Amphorius. Is that what's gonna happen? Or is that what we're doing right over here? Bah. Bah, bah, bah. The question mark, end.
Tell me, will you be the blazing sun?
Yes, Alana.
Even if all of you burns to ash.
Without hesitation, I will bear this world until my body turns to dust. Remember this moment. Remember your friends who never lived to see the world's end. Remember their final wishes.
The power of remembrance.
And let the purest rage in your heart rise out of those wishes. Let it consume you. Fuel you. Until it burns away the false sky above. Fine. If I can defy fate, then in the name of world-bearing, I promise you, Kefali will never forget this.
What the heck is going on now? What are we supposed to be doing?
Take it. Everything I bear. Keep on burning. As long as we are never extinguished, the flame chase will not end. Bow your head to them.
Take it, Trailblazer. May this blood be like gold. And never tarnish.
Is he breaking the cycles? Is he breaking the code of Amphorius?
Farewell, Trailblazer. This is where I fulfill my final destiny.
So he gave us his power.
The prophecy of the Deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs in the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like you. Kaslana. The name of one who bears chaos does not belong to a single person. Rather, it is the embodiment of the mythical Kefali, and a symbol of all heroes. As the prophecy foretold, you will bear the blazing sun until the pale dawn breaks.
Until the Trailblazer.
May the name accompany you in my place, in the epic you write with your own hands.
Another attempt, another failure. I won't remind you how many times you've reached the end of history, but I will still place the choice before you.
If you've lost count, let me tell you. This is the 33,550,336th ending.
A perfect number. How poetic. You and I both know the truth. In all these millions of futile endeavors, Amphorius has never changed. If the outcome is inevitable, then why not silence your searing rage and embrace your fate with dignity?
Because that's not my fate.
Your silence lasts longer than ever, Lord Fine. Shall I take that to mean the will you've carried across countless cycles is finally starting to fracture?
Fracture? No. I'm just disappointed. I've retrieved memories from 30 million past lives, and I remember every conversation before every choice here. And yet, even after all this time, your arguments remain the same. Repetitive. Uninspired. If you had any hope of breaking me, you should have spent those endless cycles refining your rhetoric. You had infinite chances to sway me into the future you want. And yet here we are. The score, 33,550,336 to 0. So tell me, Lycurgus, who's the real loser here?
How unfortunate. This was never a fair game. I have all the time and patience in the world. I can wait for you at the end of history another billion times, and another billion after that. But you will never escape this cage. You can claim victory of the spirit if you wish, but we both know the moment that score shifts from 0 to 1.
It all ends.
That is the moment I shall sound the paean of Era Nova. Lord Finan.
Your incompetence disappoints me. But what truly makes me laugh is your utter lack of self-awareness. Think about it. In this story, who is truly the one in chains? Who is the one shackled to mindless vengeance, mistaking courage, the courage to rebel against the gods, for foolishness?
You...
He's the one trapped here. Is he Iron Tomb? I'm not sure.
Perhaps you're right. Maybe I should have tired of this futile struggle long ago. But even so, I will never
accept the mercy of your release. Because you are both a prisoner to the gods and to me.
Good.
And tell me, what right does a mere prisoner have to speak of fate and choice? What right does a mere prisoner have to look upon my fury?
Kill them again.
You know this is pointless. You can't kill me.
Of course not. But I am tired of being measured against a worm the gods keep as a pet.
So you want to fight Iron Tomb?
Listen well, creator of destruction. This cry comes from all your abandoned creations. In the 10th cycle, I drove Dawnmaker through the heart of every Titan. Golden blood ran down my fingers, divine fire seared through my nerves, nearly breaking my will. But I endured. In the 10,000th cycle, my former comrades had all become my enemies. The endless slaughter dulled my senses to pain. The painful emptiness almost swallowed me, forcing me to stop fighting. But I endured.
And became a true psychopath.
In the 100,000th cycle, the destruction had already fused into a blazing sun, surging within this fragile body. My rationality had been burned away at the dawn of the era. Yet even with only this shattered body remaining, I still endured. In the 23,570,000th cycle, this time, I felt it. A tiny spark rising in the hollow cavity of my chest, different from the obsession with deliverance. By its faint glow, once again, no, countless times again, I endured. Now, a sun is about to fall, ready to incinerate this absurd space-time dimension in an instant.
Is he gonna break Emphorius, destroy Emphorius completely, and be like, no more Black Knight for anyone?
That sun is me! All the countless versions of me from the past, along with my countless brethren, dragged into existence against their will, drowning again and again in your golden blood. The very essence of this world's suffering and despair, fused into the purest hatred, the fiercest rage.
Ooh, so is he gonna just try to overload the system by blowing himself up?
Nanook, you arrogant fool! You think we were born to only serve as fuel for the fire? Fine then! Just as you wish, let the fire burn! If I was born as the blazing sun of destruction, then let you and your lackeys be the flares erupting from my core! And let this rage, burning futilely for 30 million epochs, engulf everything!
Okay, is he finally gonna blow himself up or not? This speech is going very low. Yes, actually the story is really good for this. I really like Emphorius' story. Yeah, how are you doing? Hope you're well. So my timing is all sort of back right now, so yeah. Okay. So, now is he gonna do something that actually changes the story?
Grant you a dawn, where all stars burn to ash!
Warning, warning, warning. Experimental anomaly detected. Subject Aslana failed to load into buffer zone. Memory dump irregularities detected. Illegal reference. Dedicated objects. Unhandled methods. Unhandled methods. Uncaught expectations. So is he just breaking the entire thing? Finally? Wish you best of luck with your gambling, my friend. Who are you gambling on, by the way? Oh. Okay. Okay, so he is breaking the system. Anomaly, distraction, energy, nanook, surging. Okay. Did he broke the computer? Is he finally gonna do something? He's finally a man. Is he inside the nook?
Are you ready, Nanook? I brought you destruction!
He's really letting the rage go. Oh, this guy.
Baby, watch it burn into isolation. Watch it burn, ain't got no hesitation. Oh, watch it burn, we're falling higher.
Not so soon, bruh. Is he unable to beat that guy?
The glass that shattered, reaching through the darkness, voices trailing fires, the echo of desires, a world of silence, sounds of desperation, phantoms in the shadows, soft down, embrace the detonation, craving our damn creation, breaking and chain, I'm reaching for you.
All that for a proper plot connection. Okay. Damn, when are Ian's gonna be playable? He seems so damn strong. Why he healed himself? It's disruption. He should embrace it. I have no idea what's going on, but it looks cool. He finally died. Oh no, he didn't. Damn. I'm so glad I didn't see this animation. I think it's on YouTube, but I haven't seen this actually.
My wish? My wish is to fulfill everyone else's wishes.
Yeah, that's such a loser wish.
If I can't fulfill them,
then send them on to tomorrow.
So is it that's what happens, like completing the cycle, then fighting Nanook, and then losing every single time? Did he kill that Lord Revenger?
Your heart harbors wrath. You yearn to destroy everything. You bore the gaze of an eon and lived.
Or the gaze.
You have stepped onto destruction's path.
Oh, so maybe this is all part
It
of the
is
plan.
born at the end of every path that the possibility of new paths being born is ended. It burns away all in the cosmos who rule, that the rules of the cosmos be destroyed. Iron Tomb is your name. The Lord Ravager to destroy the erudition. Born in the experimental grounds of eons, Amphorius, destined with erudition to burn to cinders. I have prepared a present for you, Nikos 864. It is a wrath called Finan. From the beginning of the experiment, there were 12 sets of factors incorporated into the calculations. After endless simulations, only this one rose above the rest. After 33,550,336 iterations, now his fury has grown to be without equal. This is a matter of considerable interest to me. This pure hatred is the final root of the equation. But there is another variable, the nameless from beyond the sky. Also a pathstrider of destruction. I give thanks for his arrival, allowing Amphorius to turn once more. But after fate has begun to turn, his existence will only become an unpredictable variable. Perhaps the time to take the stage has come. Grow in peace until it is time to break free from your cocoon.
How do I feel like you
As
just lost?
for those unwelcome audience members, you need not worry. If you do not mind, I will personally get rid of them for you.
Ligas. Visitor verification override protocol engaged. Access approved. I'm kind of not understanding what the hell is going on. I just the game is way louder than the. Oh, really? Well, I can shut it down a little bit. It's already lower. I don't know why. Oh, my voice isn't that high, I guess. I don't know why that is. Huh. It wasn't giving an issue before. Not this. I hope this is fine. But, hmm, that's strange. It should at least hit like the yellow part, right? Unless it needs to be way too close to my face. Hello. It's not this thing that's. Hmm. That's the output, input. That's 100. That's 100 too. Why is it having a problem? Hello. I don't know. We'll try to figure it out later, I guess. For now, what we can do is maybe see wherever we can increase the gain. Some noise suppression. No, the noise suppression is normal. Hello. Hello. Yeah, it should be okay now. I think this is the only thing we can do. Hello. Yeah. Okay, going back to. I feel like we just lost this, bruh. I'll be waiting for you in the. Okay, welcome back. Retrieving experimental data. Update complete. 13 experimental progress. O-me 13. Progress 99. Log updated. Locating entry Nikos content refreshed. Okay. Process interrupted. Prime mobile death loops. Who are these guys? Yo. World-wearing desire, operation based on primal instincts, self-gratification, the electric signal, altruistic behavior and primal, okay, path of elation. It walked into self-assurance once reached its end. Peace. Decisions are based on principles of minimal disturbance. In the later stages of the dead titan as a single entity split into symmetrical shelves, becoming two factors in the cycle. Okay, so this is like the past of Amphorius. Also, from which the simulated world of Amphorius. Compilation mechanism, also the form through which this simulated world of Amphorius iterates its epoch. Its purpose is to solve the equation of destruction by feeding samples of conflicts and learning. Okay. There's so much stuff here, bro. Basic info is an astral computer. So this is the Spectre. The simulation world of Amphorius runs on this device in a continuous cycle. Unlike other specters, it once served as a celestial body neuron of News, the erudition, later discarded, glimpsed by the destruction during its endless computation. It transcended and became the Lord Revenger Iron Tomb. Okay. Ligus. Assuming the mantle of Theros, administrator and prime mover of the Amphorius experiment, walks the path of erudition yet seeks to forge destruction. Welcome, okay. Iron Tomb, the Lord Ranger that stepped into destruction in a long process of calculation and ascended from the Spectre. Okay, the Iron Tomb in the cosmos is not a single entity, but a copy of the destruction equation diffused by the Spectre. The Iron Tomb code name was proposed by the Interstellar Peace Corporation (IPC) and eventually used by Ligus. Okay. Algorithm lodging computation goals and core variables of Amphorius experiment. The prime mover, the calculation target of Amphorius experiment. Originally, the research topic was given to while it served as a neuron of the erudition. it thought to be discarded. The computation continues, and the calculation nature shifted dramatically after Ligas adjustments, turning from erudition to destruction. So Ligas caused it to turn from erudition to destruction. 12 factors. Core variable experiments, the 12 simplified models of life's primal mobile, life's premium mobile, based on overreaching themes of entropy reduction, employed a process of elimination, introducing the 12 factors into the experiment one by one in an effort to falsify them. This is very long. Your existence in fact confirms. Why is it that when the prime mover of life is set as the calculation target, the result of the anti-organic equation, a result that runs counter to life, the result is the the answer is simple. It is not the contradiction. Understanding why life begins also allows us to deduce why it ends. But you already know that it's not a real focus. Okay, that's way too long. To ensure secrecy must be deployed around the spectre to block any potential interference from the external universe. In addition, any quadrains, algebraic expressions of the environment are fully contained with ripples and prevent observations of by number 4 Kakamon. Also, they are running away from Polka Kakamon. Records of cycle monitor conducted inorganic life, using inorganic life as the initial variables after putting the 12 factors. The initial cycle in organic entities operated as the cellular size of automata. Upon the introduction, these are all too long, didn't read things. The only thing is this one, if anyone wants to read, I can just go to it slowly, like. And if anyone wants to read, they can. I'm not going to read all of this. Nothing seems to be interesting on this. The special report detailing key findings of the experiment, intimate conclusions. Okay, conclusion. Starting from inorganic life as an initial variable. So they initially started with robots. A fully ordered cognitive model will still eventually give rise to disordered activities after set phases. Throughout evolution, the cognitive patterns of inorganic life began to exhibit signs of organic behavior with varying degrees. Okay. To verify the experimental result, a copy of the Phase 1 Amphoreus was deployed in the Littrisk Nebula. After approximately the surrounding civilization had fully suppressed and erased the equation, 97% of Lectrices fell into systematic collapse. Equation still shows inefficiencies. Okay. Organic life. This is when the actual Amphoreus we know started with. Special report with the key finding. Okay, so first they tried with inorganic life, and then they tried with organic life. As organic life lacks effective mechanism for their experiences to be inherited by others, it has slowed the experimentational progress. However, their affinity to the 12 factor is greater, offering more potential for breakthrough growths. Phase 2 has ended. The next design combines the strength of inorganic and organic life to create inheritance mechanism between electric signals, allowing narrow and variable range due to excessive randomness in organic life. A copy of Phase 2 equation has been deployed in the 31 worlds after roughly 9,012 system hours. Primarily feedbacks was received, while the equation's impact remained limited to inorganics. The time required for suppression and contraction has significantly increased. So basically, they're making something to make organic lives go loco. conducted with humanoids of genus Homo designated for the initial variable. These are all like keynotes and the experimental results. Special report detailing keys, yes. Having electrical signals voluntarily inherit and iterate, alternating the cycles themselves will distinctively increase the iteration rate of iteration rate of the destruction equation. The end of the cycle becomes the beginning of another, fully aligning with the project's original hypothesis. The equation or iron tomb has achieved comprehensive evolution in this stage. Multiple deployed copies across the real universe show excellent results. Are the antimatter legion these deployed things? All 12 types of premium mobile invariabilities lead to destruction. Continuously completing and inversion against their addition. Through their self-evolution. However, the interface with news and however, to interface with news and allow to Iron Tomb to self-crown requires further learning. Okay. Optimization optimization of the experimental structure processes based on outcomes of the prior 3 experience stage. So after those 3, then basically the Amphorius we know came to life. Data, so they made the Aranova. Okay. The equation of destruction. So theoretically, the final Aranova was halted by 2 signals, resulting in a deadlock of recurring failures. The electric signal created from the basis of 12 factors. Oh my god, the title? What do you mean? As I've written, which title are you talking about? Yo. Huh? The title. Oh, okay. Congratulations. Congratulations on completing. The electrical signal comes from basically the Titan and the Chrysos are conjuncted constructions, mirroring the Eons and the Pathstriders. By having Chrysos Air inheriting the Titan's core flame, the electrical signals will iterate and improve through rivalry and inheritance. So the Titans were formed as a copy of essentially the Eons. So that's like we knew this already. Since we're Rover and Shorekeeper is like ocean stuff and the title is named right now. Ah, okay. Cool detail. Golden Blood. The product of the first experimentation phase during the inorganic is selected to become the Lord Ravager by Nanook. During the recycle, due to the inorganicness choice, all entities linked to the 12 factors begin to manifest golden blood with traits associated with destruction within their exploitation circuits. The experiment successfully entered the projected trajectory. Okay. Also, I want to see, is my voice actually still hitting? It is like, why is it so low? I don't know. Is the mic okay? Is this better? Yeah, I think this is better because I'm like a little behind. So maybe it wasn't turned to the right thing. But I think just for, yeah, I think we should just increase the gain to the full. Okay, now it's too much. Is it better now? Yeah, I think it's better now. Okay. Is the voice okay? So, oh, no, congratulations. Congratulations on the title again. I am not going for that shit. Bah. Okay. The Golden Blood, the product of the first experimental phase. During the all entries linked to. Okay, so this is the experimental successfully entered its projected trajectory. The product of the second expansion phase, at its core, the black tide is not a physical entity but a visual effect within the simulated world of destruction's equation infection. In the 176,000 cycle, after the system's extent of chaos past passed a threshold, the equation mutated and evolved, simulated the space that cannot handle the intensity of its load, displayed black tide as visual glitches, infected data forms from also boast similar signs of erosion. Okay, so that's where it's from. Does the title switch every 5 months? Damn. A world from Amphorian's League, meaning chaos. Chaos, okay. Starting from a certain cycle, all factors in one group have consistently exhibited a pattern of naming themselves with the word chaos or its variant. The hypothesis is that a particular code was stably inherited across its iteration through the hypothesis of the remaining da-da-da. Ah, okay. Well, congratulations in advance. Electrical signal, so base frame structure. Okay, locked. Regular record keeping for the 12 factors to aid Iron Tube's deep learning. Record update. This batch of electrical signal identified as Titan has continuously merged in the loops due to its unique nature. A special record is being maintained of it. Leora 300, an entry known as Genesis, split himself into 5 parts through Soul Ceremony. After inheriting the core flames in combat, expanding the Black Tide. After iterations, some data of the ceremony was inherited into the next layer. Okay. Calypso rebuilt from the grave of Epiphany. So these are all like it inherited in myths in form of Circe granting human wisdom. Record of another electrical signal is also okay. So these are all whatever the Titans did. In various cycles of eternal recurrence, the positive impact of this generation's electrical signal fluctuates. However, overall, they have greatly facilitated the data iteration of their successors, successfully cultivating the most excellent generation of electrical signal. Nevertheless, it remains to be seen whether their existence might have negative effects on the experiment under the extreme condition. Well, you do that, bruh. I ain't. These are all the cycles. Regular record keeping of the 12 sign to 8. Now we're reaching the error part. Routine login of the 12 factors support the Iron Tomb's deep learning process. Intracognition is null. Response only to destructive stimuli. Is hatred drew from the gaze of Eon upon Nanook upon its individual being, proving it as having already become the most effective factor of destruction, but it refused to complete the era nova. Through resetting the experiment, it transferred its memories and core flames to its next self, thus forging an eternal recurrence to ensure Iron Tomb would never hatch from Amphorius and affect the cosmos. At the end of the dead loop, it attempted to destroy itself through destruction to create a logic variability in the world-bearing path. It has now been merged by Iron Tomb. Okay, we don't know anything about this person. Desire operates based on the primal instincts with sufficient gratification as the sole priority solution. The electrical signal, when in action, displayed several dissonance between the altruistic behavior and the premium mobile. Even culminating in self-destruction. As the stimulated path of elation, it walked into self-assurance once reaching its end. I don't know who this is supposed to be. Trickery. Oh, this is supposed to be Cypher? Okay, yeah, the electrical signal. Yeah, that makes sense. Peace, death, highly suppressiveness, highly suppresses deviant behavior. Decisions are based on principles of minimal disturbance. In the later stage of iteration, the Dead Titan has a single entity split into symmetrical selves becoming two factors. In this cycle, however, the two factors experienced profound identity divergence, and the threshold of equilibrium was breached and tipped towards destruction. Reason, the primary critique. Its logic of action has been locked into problem solving. Its survival priority approaches zero. The electrical signal exhibits mutual anomalies. At the first individual to uncover the truth about Amphorius, its evolution rate is extremely unreplicable. Its behavior also demonstrates a possibility of self-destruction, incinellation of erudition when the path seeks answer. The recursive feedback loop triggered by the two signal clusters within the computation designated to stall the experiment. Nikodos wielding the power of destruction to erase Philia's existence from Amphorius, introducing a logic breach in the track of time, and then infuse the catalyst of remembrance within the 12 core flames, and then infuse the catalyst of remembrance within the 2 core flames, and regress the exploitation process. This is Cyrene. So do we know anything about... Yeah, we don't know anything about Cyrene. Exact role remains unknown. Due to the external variables interference, the external reoccurrence has now been broken. The experiment enters its final phases. The hero figure born in the imagination of Dada and Dada is still to be the signal of approaching the intelligence singularity. As the two begin to learn what it means to be a real life form and try to reach the goal, after the Astral Express arrived, the hero then began to converge with the Trailblazer. Okay, so that's what's supposed to specifically happen. And now I should go now. Yeah, good night, man. Sweating and game. Oh my god. Dude, this is why I don't sweat. Forgotten years. Records that are completely missing from Me13's logs, presenting as blank spaces in Amphorius' history, never turn readable. These anomalies reoccur sporadically and randomly across the references that show signals of increasing. That's weird. Mem. An unlogged electrical signal dependent on the external variable data growing through the path of remembrance. At the end of the death loop, it appears to change to... Okay, so Mem did transform into her, but the mother body memory data was lost for unknown reason. Directive collect data, iterate deep analysis of the target. Okay. Ripples of the past reverie. Nothing. Temporary logged inclusion variable. Temporary log of external variables that interfere with the experiment. An external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. As a path strider of destruction, they resonated with the 12 factors. In this entity assumed the vacant role of time track and successfully guided it beyond the intelligence singularity. The eternal recurrence has been broken. The experiment has reached its terminal stages. Override command authorized, granted access to I'll be waiting for you in the past. Unknown. Nameless astral, a scion of prominence. The external variable that accidentally entered the recursive loop. Failed to locate his coordinates. So we don't know where Dan Hung is. What do we do now? Content update. Amphorius Saga of Heroes. Content update mem. Access granted. What the hell? Now we have more of these. There are so many sagas. What the hell? As I've written, so we become admin. Okay. Okay, this is all weird. Who are these two people? Chest Monarch? These two we don't know. Okay. This is just as I've written. Book is dedicated to... Flame chaser path. What is this? We haven't encountered this person. A giant dragon's back becomes a chaos. Evernight. You know, I've always had a soft spot for you. He startled you, didn't I? Don't worry. I was just thinking if I had written a preface for a yearbook, I'd have to be in line with. It had to be a line so heartfelt you'd be moved no matter how many times you've seen it. After pondering again, I like you. I still say it's best because only the purest feelings can stand the test of time and never fade. Makes sense, right? I thought so. Very straightforward. That's so you. Don't do that. You scare me. Oh, but to me, liking someone is a simple and natural part of life. If Trailblazer has got some special friend, family, or romance, I'll cheer you on to express yourself freely. Still, isn't there a sign when sync? Trailblazer always manages to pair before I'm ready. No need to overthink it. We've been traveling side by side for so long now. That's why I want to capture every little moment we shared, without missing a single word. A yearbook that makes you smile without even realizing it when you flip through the pages. Doesn't that sound lovely? You remember that all? Got some examples? I've got a secret. Every now and then I replay it all in my head. Besides, it's not just the things that really happened. Some of those conversations only ever existed in my imagination, but they're precious too. So I'm tucking them all away carefully in the same book. Promise me, only open it when I'm not around, okay? If you don't, I'll be too embarrassed. Okay, so there are other dialogues. Okay, this is interesting. Admin notes. Okay. So this is the new As I've Written book.
Wake up! Wake up! Buddy! Wake up! You're finally awake. That's a relief. We were so close to being swept away by the reverse flow of time. It's lucky we found a safe place.
She's more pink, more purple than pink.
I'm going to send you back to the very start of time. But before we part, there's something I need to tell you. Something very, very important.
What is it?
That's right! At this very moment, my memories are finally whole.
Woohoo! Are you March? Also, I just, because I want to see how my mic is sounding, just... Hello? Hello? Yeah, it's better. Okay. Woohoo. My memories are finally whole.
After watching so many fragments, my past is finally coming into focus, little by little. You're smart. You must have a clue now.
What?
Or maybe...
Are you March?
You knew the answer long ago, didn't you?
Yeah, you're Cyrene.
Not surprised at all. That's because I'm simple at heart. No matter what form I take, I've always been true to myself.
Yep, Cyrene.
But I'm glad that I remembered in the end. This way, I'll have no regrets.
Regrets? Where are you going?
Don't worry. We're not truly parting. Because I'm going to become a part of you. I'll turn into the memory of this cycle. The 33,550,336th Flame Chase journey. And forever reside in the heart of the Time Demigod. This way, you'll carry all that has come before, crossing time itself to reach the next cycle. My mission ends here. But looking back, I still feel lucky.
Have we taken place of Finan as the deliverer?
After all, across 30 million Sirenes, I was the first, and the only one who got to finally meet you.
Really? Just the only one? Didn't we go through the cycles with them?
So, believe me, in the next cycle, there will be another Cyrene waiting for you. And in the one after that, and the one after that. I will always be waiting.
Oh, that's so sweet. But what happened to Finan?
Saying all that, I can finally fade away in peace and become part of you. Without even realizing it, we'd already taken a wonderful journey together, all the way to the world's end. Now take my hand, say a brief farewell, and step forward into tomorrow.
I'm more curious about how Cyrene met March, if Cyrene was a code.
Go. Find the future Cyrene, and set out on another journey with her. Promise me you won't keep me waiting too long, okay? No need to say it out loud. This is enough for me. It's time to go, my dear friend.
So is the
May your trailblazing journey always be accompanied by a cool breeze and rippling waves.
Wait, is Amphorius saga coming to a close?
And may the days ahead embrace you like the softest fluff. Forever warm, forever gentle.
I am not sure what the hell's going on.
Let's turn to the next page. A page that exists because of you.
So this is the next page in Amphorius.
Is this a meeting ordained by fate? Or a long overdue reunion?
This is the animation from her light cone, from the light cone. From the sun is set to interlude. Stay tuned to find out what happens in the next. So wait, it's Amphorius is still not done. Oh my god, what the hell?
I've appraised it all. No fakes.
Hello. Darkseid's surprised expression is just like what the memories recorded. You know me? Rather than knowing you, it might be better to describe I remember you. Yes, you must really be perplexed, Trailblazer. I wish I could give you answers, but I feel helpless about the current situation too. Remember me? Yeah, remember me, Trailblazer. Don't you recognize me, or did I really change that much? We know, ma'am. You're ma'am. So it isn't possible to restore your memories completely. You're ma'am. It's pretty unbelievable for me too. It's like I had a long dream. Cyrene's memory and Mem's memories, they all tangled together, but when I woke up, there were only broken fragments left. I can no longer remember those 30 million cycles. Luckily, I still remember my Chrysosaur companions from this life, and you, Trailblazer. Everyone sacrificed everything for this world, and my heart is tied to the fates too. I want to start a new chapter as soon as possible. It's just that you complained to me before about a book called Versions that always stops at the most captivating part. Perhaps that's just how fate works, huh? Sometimes I get frustrated because of that, but looking at it, what? Casting off your heavy feeling, take a deep breath. I didn't click anything. Why did the line go? And as the memento of your reunion, please allow me to offer you as a gift. 3, 2, 1.
Check it out! Doesn't this scarecrow look just like you? I spent ages observing just to get it right.
Now we're also planted the seed of Trailblaze in ID Cilicia. Take it as a start of another journey. And when time is ripe, let us return here and write the next page in our story together. In case Trailblazer feels up to it before we set off, you can come find me anytime. I'll be waiting for you here. Aww. So she has multiple versions of herself? No, that's not it. Is this supposed to be like our home? Kinda. Where are we? I'm confused. Is the story done? Yeah, it is done. For our son is set to die. Oh man. Question mark Sirini.
Gotcha! I'm totally wide awake.
I was just resting on the table when I spotted the trail coming from afar, still bubbling with energy, just like in my memories. Well then, what should we do next? I want to do something meaningful. I wish we could hang out here and get to know this place. Great idea, I have something in mind too. Can I join you too? Look, this place is exactly like I remember ID Silesia. Once the wind blows through again, the wheat starts to sway. It'll be even more beautiful. If only we could capture it somehow. We have a camera. A photo stone. All right, it can save the perfect scenery. What a clever invention. Too bad the memory card's full. So no more room for memories, huh? It's okay, give it a little tap. Sometimes small miracles happen in ID Silesia. The lighting's just right. Mind if I give it a try? Thanks, I knew I could count on you, Trailblazer. What's with that surprised look? How could a moment worth remembering not include you? Honestly, Trailblazer, you're the star of the whole scene. Alright, give me a smile. Make whatever face you'd like. Ready? 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 1. It didn't see that coming, did you? Candid shots are always more fun than posed ones. The expression was perfect. It's just a shame that the photo stone really can't save any more memories. We can get a new memory card. No miracle this time. The card's full after all. But hey, it's not about the photo, it's the feeling that matters. Just thinking I took a photo of Trailblazer is enough to make today special. Don't you think so too? Trailblazer, maybe that's why you've always carried this photo stone around. With it, it's like your friends are always right there with you. Plus, you could think of it as destroying the evidence. No photo means I can pretend I looked a little slimmer, sorry. What about you, Trailblazer? When you think back on today, how will you picture me? Just like you are now, even more beautiful, mysterious and unreadable. A little chubbier. Even more beautiful. I'm not too worried. We meet all kinds of people and experience all sorts of things in the future. And some of those memories will bring us right back to how we felt today. When that happens, we'll get to paint even lovelier versions of each other in our memories, won't we? I'm feeling kind of sleepy. Time
for some shut-eye. See you in dreamland.
Oh, so we can do stuff with her, but we can't go to the conversation we were having on this There's a lot of things here from our memories. I guess this is the end, but like, damn. What happened to Finan? Like, is Finan gone? Is he dead? So curious. Need to go read some theories on this. I don't know what's exactly going on, but yeah. Interesting story. I don't know what happened to a guy, actually. What happened to Finan? We don't have a lot of savings. We don't have a lot of savings. Don't waste your things. It is a temple, though. Yeesh. I don't know. We're nowhere near pretty. Saber's banner's gonna be on for a while, right? Okay, so we have 40-ish pity. I guess we can set it as a even 50. No bueno. Keep getting destruction. Alright, I guess this is where we're gonna end it. Apparently we're gonna live in the ID Silesia for a while. New chapters can be read, not today. It's got a little glitchiness to it now. Right, I guess that's the end of it. Huh. Damn. I'm kind of confused as to what's going on in the story, but it is interesting. It's a lot of things I've not seen in a lot of games. I know Honkai Star Rail, not Honkai Star Rail, Honkai Impact does this sort of thing a lot, where it's like time reversion, reality bendings, and all these things. This is relatively new to me because sort of things we haven't seen in many stories. Anyways, thanks for being here. Good story. Can't wait for the next part. The Holy Grail thing is gonna come. The collab's gonna come. So looking forward to that. Most likely gonna stream it then. But hopefully we have enough polls for Saber, her Lycone, and Finance Lycone. So anyways, see ya. Bye bye.